Hey guys, hello and welcome to another tutorial Tuesday for Divi. My name is Roby here with the Divi Engine team, and today I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can add brands to your Divi website and WooCommerce. It's a great way to get your customers familiar and comfortable with the site by seeing brands that they know and recognize both in a text and visual manner. We're going to go through doing it without plugins. We're going to be using a third-party plugin that's free. And then we're going to be utilizing BODYCOMMERCE, our plugin from Divi Engine, where you can utilize one of the features of the many that is included with BODYCOMMERCE to achieve brands integrated with your Divi WooCommerce site. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so for our first method here to add brands to our WooCommerce Divi install, we're going to check it out on how to do it without any plugins installed. We're going to use the tools natively built into WooCommerce. So let's jump into the back end of our site and get going. So once you're in the back end of your site, you're going to want to go over here to products and then attributes, because we're going to be adding this brand as an actual attribute of the product, similar to color and size that can vary. Products could potentially have different brands. So let's go ahead by typing in brands into the box here. Make sure to check this box that says enable archives, because this will enable us to actually list all the products for a certain brand. Custom ordering is fine, and we'll just go ahead and click add attribute. Now you see that has loaded in there. Now there's one thing to note here. Now, like the color here, it's got blue, gray, green, red, yellow as the various attributes that could have. So we're going to do the same thing for brands. So we're going to configure the terms. And then I'm going to type in Nike. We're going to stick with some shoe brands right now. And then you can type a description in here. It'll generate a slug automatically based on the brand name. So we'll just say this is a description. But you want to add something that's a little bit more descriptive than that. Maybe if you're doing like an artisan brand or something like that, you want to put the brand story there. There's a lot of different things you can do. So I'm going to click add. And then just for good measure, let's add one more good old Reebok and say this is a description. There we go. Add that one. And there we have them. So now we've got 2 brands here in the system. Now we need to go ahead and associate these brands with products. So the way we do that, we go over to the products by clicking on all products. And we've got our list of products here. I'm going to go ahead with sunglasses and I'm going to say edit. And you can do it for any of the products here. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to touch any of the other settings. Now we're going to go and click on attributes right here. And remove that really quick. Looks like that was in there from a previous session that I did. Okay, so attributes. Now we're going to say this drop down here that says custom product attribute. We're going to select brands and we'll add that in. Now you get the opportunity to go ahead and either start typing your brand like so, or it'll actually let you select them if there's not too many in there right now. We'll stick with Nike, stick to one brand for this one, and we'll hit save. Now saving the attributes, you need to do one more step and update the actual product. Now let's go back to all products again and just add the Reebok one to this polo as an example. So again, we'll go down to attributes. We'll select the brands attribute, add it, and now we'll just select our Reebok one. Save attributes, update product. All right, so now let's see what that looks like on the front end, because we're basically all done. Click on view product. And now we see our polo here. And then when we click on additional information, now we've got Reebok here. Now if we click that, it actually takes you to the archive page with all the Reebok products in there. So let me show you how that works really quickly. So let's go back to our dashboard. Once here, we'll go back to products. All products. Sometimes I want to click too quickly. We will just select the single option. say Reebok's making a new smash hit. We're going to say attributes, brands, add, and now we know the story already. Reebok, save, update, and then we'll view the product again. And now we'll go to additional info down here. Now we'll click on Reebok. And now we see the other products. So we've got a polo here that we know is Reebok also, and the single. It's pretty easy stuff. It's a great way to index the products in your site. And another cool thing is you look here up in your URL bar, you see it's your domain /brands/brand name, Reebok. Awesome stuff. So let's look at how we can deepen that in the next method. All right, and on to our second method of incorporating brands into your Divi WooCommerce site. We're going to be utilizing a free third-party plugin that you can download right from the WordPress repository, and it's super easy to use. And you do some cool stuff with it, taking that first method just one step further. So now to do this, let's start out by starting at the back end of our WordPress site, and then we'll go over to plugins, and then we'll go to add new. And now we will search WooCommerce brands. Hit enter. And then we're going to see perfect brands for WooCommerce here. It's a pretty popular plugin with 40,000 active installs, highly rated, and it is frequently updated. That's all the things you want to see in a plugin that you install on your e-commerce store. So install that. And it'll go and think. All right, installed. Now activate it. And here we go. Now we can easily just click on the settings button here on the install page. Now the other place you'd find that if you just go to WooCommerce and settings over here, you'll see that it's the last tab underneath your WooCommerce settings. There's some stuff that you can select here as far as image sizes, what you want the slug for the taxonomy to be, that type of thing. We're going to leave all of this as is. You can even create a brands page where you can have all your brands listed on one page. We won't do anything with that right now for the purposes of this, but you can definitely check out the plugins documentation right here, and they'll teach you how to do that. We're just going to go over and hop to brands. It'll open up a new tab for you. And now we'll name our first brand, and we're going to go with the same sports theme, Nike. We're going to select, now you can, again, change it. You can add parent brands and all different things. We're not dealing with that. Here we'll just say this is a Nike description for the description. Oops, learn to spell. And then select the brand logo, Nike, insert. And with this one, what's cool is you can add a brand banner also. So we're going to go ahead, and I pre-uploaded these images, but you can just download anything for whatever brands you're using. I'm just going to stick with this because it's nice and easy for me to use. And that's it for this. So we're going to add the brand. And then just to reinforce that, we're going to add the Reebok one as well. This is a Reebok description. Select the logo. We've got the Reebok one right there. Select the banner. I have some nice Reebok shoes there. And adds the brand. Okay, cool. 2 brands in there. Now the last step is very similar to the other one that we did in method 1. We have to go to the products section. So we go to products. We say all products. And then we can select, let's do the beanie with the logo. Edit that, and then literally all we need to do, you see this new box here on the right hand side called brands. Now you just need to select it. So let's say this is a Reebok brand. Update that one. And let's go back to all products and give that brand one more item. Let's just do t-shirt. And then we will also give it Reebok, update. Now what we'll do is we'll actually view the product to see what that looks like. Now see, this is one of the funky things with running the plugin. We might need to adjust the size of that, brand logo, but you kind of get the drift of what this does. Now we've got brand listed here in the brand section, and it's got all the information. Brand Reebok, it's got the description and the logo again. But now watch what happens when you click on that logo. It takes you through to an archive page where it lists the nice banner that we had before, as well as all the products within that brand. Pretty cool stuff. You can do a lot of other things with this plugin, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to keep it to this, but you can look around here with the different settings, with individual products. You can say where you want that to show, whether you want it on the product page. You can see where you want to position it after the meta, after the price, whatever you want to do. Gives you a bunch of options, but that's for you to explore. But this is another way to further deepen how you would represent brands on your Divi WooCommerce site. So for the last step and the third method, we're going to take a look at one of our Divi Engine plugins. All right, guys, time for my favorite method to do this because it gives you the most flexibility. Promise you, not only because it's a Divi Engine product we'll be talking about here, it's Divi BODYCOMMERCE. Now, Divi BODYCOMMERCE, as you know, has hundreds of features to enhance any Divi WooCommerce store and over 60 modules to help you customize the pages. Now, one of those modules we'll be using here is the Attributes module. Now, the Attributes module allows you to display attributes in product loops or on the product page, wherever you feel that it might make a good fit to enhance your message or just help you convert your customers and your visitors into customers. So the first thing we're going to do here is going to feel sort of familiar. We're going to start at the dashboard in the back end, and we're going to head over to products and then attributes. Now, when we're here, we're going to add brands again. We want to make sure that we enable archives here because it makes it so easy when you click on that brand image or logo or whatever you have to take you to a page where it lists all the products found within that brand. Now we want to make sure, and this is something that's a little different, we want to select image here. Now that is just so that it displays the logo associated with that brand wherever we're utilizing that attributes module. So last step here, just click add attribute, and boom, we see it go right in there. We've got image, everything is good. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to configure the different brands found within this attribute. So we click on configure terms, and then I'm going to stick with the sports theme, and I'm going to go with Nike, and we'll say this is a Nike description. And now we need to make sure we've uploaded our images already. And is that spelled wrong? No. Okay. And then so I'll go to my library here, got the Nike logo, I'm going to copy that URL to clipboard, come back here, paste that in, and smash the add new brands button. There we go. Got that right in there. And let's just keep up and reinforce this. We'll add Reebok as well. Say this. Oh yeah, my fingers is a Reebok description. There we go. And same thing, we're going to go to our library, close that out, get the logo, copy it, come back here, paste it in, and smash add new brand. There we go. Awesomeness. We've got 2 brands in here, but we can see we've got no products associated yet. So what we want to do is head over to the products area. So I just click on all products. Let's select the logo collection. Sounds fancy. Wait for that to load a second. We'll scroll down a little bit. Well, actually, this might not be a good one since it's a group product. I'm just going to head back really quick. Just want to avoid something that might throw us for a loop. We'll take the WordPress pennant. We're going to make it a Nike WordPress pennant. Scroll down, and this is an external affiliate product, but we'll see if it works. Brands, add, and then we'll say Nike, because you can just select them or you can start typing them, whatever you choose. Now important, save the attributes, update, and it'll think. All right. Now let's check out this product and see what we see on the product page. And if you hear a fan noise, it is my laptop going crazy. Sorry, guys. MacBooks, man. Anyway, so coming here, we'll go to description, and here we see it. Brands, Nike, awesomeness. So we've got our brand in there, but where's that cool logo that I just told you about? Well, let me tell you. This is our product, single product page layout that we've assigned in BODYCOMMERCE. So we want to edit that layout to include the attributes module. Now, the way that we do that, we're going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to go to Divi Engine, BODYCOMMERCE, and I'll see my brand's product page layout assigned here to the product page up here. So we'll just click Edit this layout. It'll open up the actual layout in another tab. Don't mind my revisions here. And come on, Divi, you can do it. There we go. Is it going to load again? No. Good. So I'll just click the plus button here. I want it to be right underneath this cart button that I've added. And you'll see all these different modules. Oh, see, I knew it was going to do that. So you'll see that there's a lot of different modules on this page. This is a loop, or this is a product page layout that was built with the various Divi Engine BODYCOMMERCE plugin modules that are included. Now, if you're not sure on how to build a product page, if you don't have one yet, we've got awesome documentation at help.diviengine.com that'll teach you exactly how to do that. And I'll even tell you what all these different modules do. So definitely check that out. We've got some brand spanking new documentation on all this stuff also, which looks amazing. So let's get going. Let's add this attribute module. So we'll click the plus, and I'll just type in ATT, which brings up PL attributes. And there we go. Now you've got different options here. You can add a label or a title for it. I'll just say brand. And then you can select the prefix or suffix, all sorts of stuff. But the important thing here is you want to select the correct attribute. So for the attribute, we're going to say product brands. And here again is important to, we want to be able to link to the archive page so that if we click that logo, that it shows all the different products listed underneath that brand. It's a great feature, and you can even build out custom archive pages for this. So you can per brand build awesome pages that maybe if you have a site for an artisan or something, you can have a little description in there as to what their story is, whatever the case might be. The second important thing to do here is to make sure that we activate the show image color swatch and then make sure that image is selected. I'm going to leave these height settings as is, except for the swatch position. Basically, what this means, it'll put the swatch above the name, below the name, or you can remove the name. I'm going to remove it because I think it'll look better, and it's kind of redundant. We're here because of that brand recognition. We want to bank on that. We want to capitalize on it. So they work hard to build that reputation. We are going to ride the wave with them. So I'm going to select remove name, and that's it. I'm going to click that. I'm going to update my page or layout. And that'll load for a second. Okay, great. Now I will head back to products because we want to go and look at that product page for the WordPress pennant. And we'll just click view here. And let's see what we see. Has it changed? Hopefully it has. There we go. Now we see brand Nike right there. And the rest of the page, you still see here on the additional that the brand's Nike has been added. And you can buy now, you can do all that fun stuff. Just gives you an idea of one of the uses for this. Now, let's go ahead and add one more product to the Nike brand. So we'll just go products again. And I just want to illustrate something to you. So let's just say this long sleeve, for example. And we'll just repeat the steps we did a moment ago. We'll go to attributes, we'll select brands, add it, and then we will say Nike. Save attribute, update, ding, ding, ding. There you go. And then we'll view the product. Okay, so it worked for this one as well. Now what happens when we click on Nike? And as you can see, it takes you to that archive page for all the products underneath Nike. Now, like I mentioned before, you can go ahead and customize this entire area any way that you want for each brand, or you can just make a generic one that will list the details to the particular brand that you clicked on. Super helpful and very nice to utilize. So, I mean, that's basically adding brands, but I want to show you a few more features. I utilized the actual filter system, Ajax filters, on a page here that I want to show you. So let me go to my pages here and click on the brand filters and click on view here. Now this is our Ajax filters. This is a custom loop that I built, and I'm going to show you another way or two that you can utilize the brands feature and that module to further deepen your customer's experience on the page. Now we've got our Ajax product filter here. This already looks pretty cool. You'll see our infinite Ajax scrolling on here, which is another great feature that we've added recently. And then of course, you can change the pricing and it'll update live in front of your eyes. And you can customize all the different settings for that stuff. So let me just reset everything here. And then what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and edit two things. The first thing I'm going to edit is the loop. So this little piece of magic that's happening right here. So I'll just open up one of these other windows. I'll go to Divi library. And now I've got my brands BODYCOMMERCE product card. Now that's the loop that I'm using there on that page. So I'm going to edit that. Okay, now once here, and hopefully Divi's not doing the reload, we're going to click add. We're going to do the same with that attribute module. Dump it in there. Now I'm not going to put a title this time, but we want to select that same attribute, product brands. We can link it to the archive page here. Yes, maybe no. I don't think it's the best fit for this particular use, so I'll just keep it as is and just make sure that we show the image. And then here I want the image to be a little bit smaller because I don't want it to intrude on the rest of the page. So let me just make that 25 pixels. And then I'll just click yes. And I'm going to have it show underneath the add to cart again. So update. And then we're going to see what happens to this page. So let's come back here and let's refresh. Oops, I forgot to take out the filter settings there. Try that again. And there we go. And now we've got these different brands showing up where they've been utilized. Now another thing that I'm going to want to show you, and I noticed that I've maybe added two brands on some spots. That happens sometimes because I do some testing ahead of time, but it gives you the idea. I want to change one thing with that layout though. I do want to go ahead and remove the title from that one as well. So we'll just remove the name. Yes, product brands. That looks all good. Just go ahead and update that one more time. And I'm going to show you another thing. We're going to edit this page because we want to be able to select our filters easily there in the left-hand column also. So let's go ahead and do this when it loads. Okay, cool. So now with the filter posts Ajax module, we're going to open that up and we're going to add the filter field to include brands. So I'm going to click plus. We'll not deal with that. We'll select product attributes. We'll select our brands. Nothing of that needs to be set. Let me make sure that we've got it all. Layout options, full width. Let's just go with those settings and see what happens. Update. And when it loads, we will go and check it out on the front end. So we'll view page. Okay, so I've got the drop down here. So I didn't select the right thing yet. So let's go and edit the page again. But you can see the brands are already part of that, which is nice and nifty. Edit the module again. New filter item, I forgot to add brands as the filter name. See, you always learn. Brands, show attribute swatches. That's where I messed up. So you just want to select that, update, and now we should be all set. You can hear my laptop in the background again. My MacBook is working overtime. Okay, let's see. And coolness. So now when I click on Nike here, we're going to see that it's going to pull all the Nike products within that Nike product category. So easily displays right underneath there. It looks great. And when you click on it, you'll once again see it here, right where we left it earlier, underneath here, and you'll see it right here in the additional information. Now, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to mention that it is still our summer sale, which at this point still have about 11 days left. You can get up to 25% off of any of our plugins or memberships, and there's a free raffle for you to enter. It's 2021, it's summer, get into it, get yourself rewarded, and remember, if there's any features I show you here today that you're not aware of or not familiar with, you can either contact our support team. If you have any questions, contact our support team. And if you need any help, we're here to do so. All right, guys. Well, that's it from me, Robbie with the Divi Engine team. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.